What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. I saw Mowgli. It is a new film that just debuted on Netflix. It's the retelling of Rudyard Kipling's classic story, The Jungle Book. Now, before I begin this review, I'll let you know that 2 years ago, I saw the live-action retelling of The Jungle Book from Disney, and I really enjoyed that film. Really loved that film. Gave it a 9.25 out of 10. And now we have a new one. It's called Mowgli. And of course, Mowgli is the title character. And this is directed by Andy Serkis. And of course, Andy Serkis, with him being involved, there's going to be a lot of motion capture. And of course, he's going to employ his production company, Imaginarium Productions, or the Imaginarium, which is actually a production company which specializes in motion capture. As you already know, Andy Serkis is the go-to guy for motion capture, so of course he's going to put in a lot of work into making the motion capture of the characters, the animal characters, done really, really, really well. So I'm definitely looking forward to this film. So I saw Mowgli, and obviously as I was watching, I would keep on comparing it to the Jungle Book, the live-action Jungle Book, and I really shouldn't do that, but the fact is that, I'll be completely honest, I like the Jungle Book more. Mowgli is a grittier and a more darker take on the story. In fact, it might even be more true to the very, very original story from Rudyard Kipling, but it just, I feel that it moves kind of slow. It especially having watched the film 2 years ago, it really doesn't capture my attention right away, especially when I've seen that story before. I want to see something different. And what I found different is that, yes, it is a more serious take, it's a grittier take, so therefore, with it being more serious, the level of amusement is not prevalent, is not as there. The presence of all of the humor and the amusement factor that it had in the other one from 2 years ago isn't really there. I know they're trying to make two completely different takes, but I find that this film doesn't really pick up the pace until after at least halfway part of the movie. Things start really developing afterwards because I want to see a different take on it, and I was given a different take, but I find that it doesn't necessarily work. Now, this is a film that has a very, very star-studded voice acting cast, such as Kate Blanchett, Benedict Cumberbatch, Christian Bale, Naomi Harris. Let's see who else is there. We also got, oops, excuse me, and I just clicked the wrong button. We also got Jack Rayner, Eddie Marsan, and Frida Pinto, who isn't even playing an animal, but she's in it. However, like, all these voice actors do a really great job with the animal characters they voice. They are sometimes completely unrecognizable. Like, they really just transform themselves into those animal characters. Now, with regards to the animal characters, I think that what I liked about it was the motion capture, but the faces, now this is a very nitpicky thing, the faces of all the animals really threw me off. It was to the point where it feels too weird. Like, in the Jungle Book, they look like animals, but in Mowgli, they look like a cross between human faces and animals. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it was a lot of motion capturing, whereas in the Jungle Book, it was mostly voice capturing. And in fact, I think maybe all voice capturing. Like, with them adding motion capture, like facial motion capture into the animals' faces, it just really made the animals look kind of weird. And every time as I was watching the movie, it just really distracted me. So that was a little bit weird to me, but the voice acting was great. Anyways, like I said before, this film really picks up the pace after the second half of the movie, where it starts feeling a little bit different. And that's when I started really feeling engaged to the film, and that's when I feel like the action started to pick up. As for the first half of the movie, it just felt like it was just always about this kid, Mowgli rather. Mowgli is just trying to get from point A to point B, but he never really gets there, and it just, he keeps on trying, and then I just really feel like, where's this movie going? It's like, it's not really developing anywhere until we encounter a brand new development that is really changes the mood of the film. So that's when it started getting more interesting for me. But it was still a decent movie. It's a decent take on the original story, and it's like I said, it's a more serious take, so therefore the fun is not quite there. But if you like watching animals, and if you like watching, like this kind of animal story, talking animals, if you're really into that, then this movie is for you. But having watched the Jungle Book from 2 years ago, I really couldn't help but feel that that one is so much better. So I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. It is on Netflix, so if you're already paying for a Netflix subscription, then I would suggest go check it out, because it is there, and it's got a really high production quality to it. You know, you shouldn't expect that just because it's a film that is streaming, the production quality is lower. It's not. They actually put a lot of work into this film. It's just not what I had hoped for. And considering that both films are released so close together, you just can't help but compare it to that one. So because of that, I think it really just desensitized me as to what I felt a good Jungle Book movie could be like, and this was just decent. So there you have it. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.